for those teams, okay? At least if last year was an indication. And if that's the kind of season that we get to look forward to this year, it's going to be very, very interesting. When we know that brother's going to be there and he's going to show up. Don't let it be you. And those guys last year, they weren't the reason their teams lost.
I don't think I get over any loss, to be honest. I got losses from youth football that still hunt me, So I never get over a loss. I don't care how small it may be to someone else or how great it might be. It's always the same for me. Before it was like, oh, you can't win a playoff game. We won a playoff game. We got to the LC Championship 2 years ago. Then we just fell short, like 2 games short this year. But we're going to bounce back. And when we come back, I feel like we're going to have vengeance on our mind.
I've been in those locker rooms, right? You hear what folks are saying. And Lamar Jackson, who's one of the greatest players in the world, hears all the doubters saying that he can't get it done.
Lamar Jackson is stepping into the 2025 NFL season with a chip on his shoulder and unfinished business on his mind. That playoff loss to the Buffalo Bills, it's still fueling every workout, every throw, every step. He's not just back. He's locked in with one goal, reaching the Super Bowl and bringing it home. While the noise around him grows louder and the skeptics keep talking, Ryan Clark sees it differently. He's confident that once Lamar hits the field, all the doubt will disappear, and those same critics will be the ones singing his praises.
Lamar Jackson's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
I agree.
Lamar Jackson is on a historical run, right? Lamar Jackson right now, if he retired, we'd be having a discussion of whether or not he should be a Hall of Famer right now, without his season being over, without his career being over. Ever since we saw this dude, he was the best player.
Ryan Clark didn't hold back when talking about Lamar Jackson. He called him the best player in the NFL. According to Clark, the absence of a Super Bowl ring doesn't change what Lamar has already accomplished. He's been to the playoffs multiple times, carried his team on his back, and redefined what it means to be a dual-threat quarterback. Clark went as far as to say that even if Lamar were to retire today, his legacy is already Hall of Fame worthy. But for Lamar, that's not enough. His hunger to win, not just for himself, but for his team and his city, is what drives him. And that hunger is exactly what makes this upcoming season so dangerous for anyone standing in his way. Stephen A. Smith also chimed in, and as always, he didn't mince words. He declared that Lamar Jackson is going to be wild this year. Smith believes that everything Lamar has endured, the criticism, the playoff disappointments, the constant comparisons, has only sharpened his focus. He's convinced that Lamar is going to show up in a major way this season, not just as a player, but as a leader. And with that kind of energy, Smith sees the entire Ravens squad bouncing back from last year's loss with vengeance. According to him, the league better be ready because Lamar Jackson isn't just coming back, he's coming to take over. James Jones, on the other hand, took a more measured yet confident stance. He pointed out that Lamar Jackson was an absolute killer last season, dynamic, explosive, and the heartbeat of the Ravens' offense. Jones emphasized that Lamar has now seen it all, the intensity of the AFC Championship, the pressure of the playoffs, and the heartbreak of falling short. According to him, the ideal path to redemption isn't just having another great regular season. It's about showing up when it matters most. For Lamar, that means going back to the playoffs and delivering. This time, the spotlight will be even brighter, and James Jones believes Lamar knows that the only true vengeance is finishing the job when it counts. Jones didn't stop there. He doubled down on his belief in Lamar's greatness. He made it clear, Lamar Jackson is damn good, and there's a reason he's already a 2-time MVP. That kind of recognition doesn't come by accident. It's earned through elite play, week in and week out.
Lamar Action Jackson last year. Cold-blooded killer. Vengeance got to be Super Bowl. He's seen every game. He's seen the AFC Championship. He's seen the divisional round. He's seen every game but the Super Bowl. And with Lamar Jackson, other than these other quarterbacks that end up coming up short in the playoffs, a lot of times it's not him playing his best football. So vengeance is him playing his best football in the playoffs
Jones believes that Lamar has what it takes to add a third MVP trophy to his name. And if he does, it won't just be a personal milestone. It'll be the spark that powers the Ravens' revenge tour. In Jones' eyes, Lamar leading the charge with another MVP-caliber season is the only real way this team can get vengeance for what slipped through their fingers last year. Orlando Brown Jr. also weighed in on the conversation, offering a perspective from someone who's shared the battlefield. He emphasized that every player as talented and driven as Lamar Jackson dreams of one thing: winning a Super Bowl. But despite all his accolades and jaw-dropping performances, that dream has remained just out of reach. Still, Brown made it clear that last season's disappointment won't hold Lamar back. It'll fuel him. He argued that Lamar has the mindset to take control of this season by himself if he has to, and he's confident that regardless of what went wrong last year, Lamar is coming back with vengeance in his heart and the fire to finish what he started.
Approached it with like there's a vengeance every year. That's just his personality and mindset when it comes to the game of football. I've got a ton of respect for my dog, man. Obviously, we came in together as rookies, but I mean, he, at the end of the day, just like all of us and all the elite competitors, we want to win a Super Bowl. And that's what we're in it for, man, year after year, day after day. And that's his mindset. He puts his body on the line, his mind on the line. I mean, he loves it. And I mean, obviously the game loves him back as many MVPs as he wants.
Lamar Jackson, on the other hand, is more motivated than ever. And now, he's got reinforcements. One of the biggest additions to the Ravens this season is his close friend and lockdown cornerback, Jaire Alexander. The chemistry between them off the field is real, and Lamar believes that connection will translate into something special on the field. With Jaire strengthening the defense and Lamar leading the offense, he feels this Ravens team is more balanced, more focused, and more dangerous than it's ever been. Shannon Sharpe has also thrown his full support behind Lamar Jackson, and he didn't hold back. Sharpe called out everyone who continues to doubt Lamar, labeling the criticism not just unfair, but outright disrespectful. He reminded fans and analysts alike that Lamar didn't just show up, he sacrificed. He adjusted his style of play, changed his approach, and did whatever it took to help his team succeed. And in doing so, he didn't just improve, he became a two-time MVP. Sharpe made it clear, a third MVP is absolutely within reach this season, especially with the way Lamar is locked in. To him, the real story isn't whether Lamar can rise again. It's that he will, and the league better be ready. As the 2025 NFL season approaches, all eyes are once again on Lamar Jackson, but this time it's different. This isn't just about another season or another chance to showcase his talent. For Lamar, this is personal. That painful loss to the Buffalo Bills in last year's playoffs still lingers, not as a setback, but as motivation. He's not running from it. He's using it as fuel to come back stronger, sharper, and more determined than ever before.
Do we consider Dan Marino's career failure? Do we consider Jim Kelly's career failure? We're talking about a guy that a lot of people thought should move to running back or wide receiver position, has turned himself into a two-time league MVP, and as Troy said, a potential three-time league MVP. Absolutely not.
This season is about redemption. It's about silencing the critics, shutting down the doubters, and proving to everyone that greatness doesn't fade, it evolves. Lamar has already done what most quarterbacks dream of: 2 MVPs, playoff appearances, electrifying performances that have changed how the position is played. But for Lamar, it's never been just about the accolades. It's about winning with his team, for his team. And that means bringing a Super Bowl title to Baltimore. With new reinforcements like Jaire Alexander and a growing hunger across the Ravens roster, Lamar is stepping into this season not just as a star, but as a leader on a mission. From Ryan Clark to Shannon Sharpe, the people who know the game best are all saying the same thing. This is the year Lamar reminds the world who he truly is. He doesn't need to talk. He doesn't need to convince anyone. He's going to show it. On the field, in the playoffs, and when it matters most. Redemption isn't just a possibility, it's a goal. And if you followed Lamar Jackson's journey, you know one thing for sure. When he sets his sights on something, he stops at nothing to get it. What do you think? Can Lamar Jackson silence the critics and lead the Ravens all the way to a Super Bowl this season? Do you believe this version of Lamar with more experience, more hunger, and a stronger team around him is finally ready to claim what's his? Will 2025 be the year he not only chases redemption, but actually seizes it? Or do you still have doubts? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is far from over.